Hi there, I'm Marco Paletta and I've been in the game dev industry for the past 4 years, okay, and I've been able to work in super big and amazing companies such as Voodoo, okay, and I've actually been able to test successfully 3 games with them. I'm currently also working at 5bits as a Unity developer, with whom I've already helped develop these 2 amazing games, which you can check out in Play Store, for example, right now, and also some of them are also available on the App Store. And I know that probably if you are in this video it's because you want to get a job in the game development industry, but I see a lot of people committing the mistakes that I used to commit when I was looking for a job, and I want to help you avoid doing that. So indeed, let's learn these things from somebody that actually has experience of going through job hunting, of currently working in the company. And I want to show you this. So, well, this is my online portfolio. You can visit it over here if you want to. And the first thing, okay, that I actually want to mention is falling into tutorial help or certificate help. Now, first things, I have a lot of certificates. I even have more here, or even more that I have not yet finished, okay? But as long as I have like a lot of courses, I have here 6 Unity courses, 3 Godot courses, 4 general game development courses, 2 PCR courses, 2 other courses over here, and even more things, tutorials that I've seen that don't issue a certificate, things that you learn through experience that don't have a certificate itself. But a lot of people, including me myself, you sometimes get so immersed on just, okay, going to Game Dev TV, going to Semba or whatever website it is, and trying to always learn a lot of new things. And the reality is this one. I want this to be super clear. Most of the time, the problem isn't educational, it's applicational. So what this means is that it's perfect. Okay, yes, you may have like, yes, I was using GPT here to make this better. Okay, don't judge me. I wanted to make it as clear as possible. Is that okay? Yes, you may have dozens of certificates. But the thing is that, first of all, whenever you are trying to look for a job or whatever it is, yes, they may look cool on your CV or portfolio, but literally, at least from my experience, none of my clients really asks for any kind of certificate. Okay, they didn't say, oh, do you have some kind of Unity course you have taken? Do you have some certificate? No, they don't really ask for that anymore, or at least from my experience and in a lot of companies, they don't really care a lot about that. What they will ask you a lot of things are in reality in terms of your relevant projects, about your experience, okay, at working at different companies. That is what they are more interested in, not the certificates that you have. And what does this mean for you? So if the problem is not, let me use another color, if the problem is not 100% educational, but it is applicational, what it means is that you need to learn more by doing your own stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, once again, courses are not bad. I am even a course author, so I wouldn't tell you those things are bad at all. And in reality, they do build an amazing base for those who are starting out, okay? But don't try to get 6 Unity certificates, 3 Godot certificates. Just tend to maybe just try to get 1 certificate, 2 certificates at most, okay? At least in the very beginning, understand the basics of the engine, of the programming language that you want to learn, and start doing your own stuff. This means creating your own prototypes, and I want to show you how you can do this. You don't need to create some things super big. You can have here a look at the 3 personal indie games that I have created 100% on my own. These are super simple games, and still people, when they see your indie games that you have created, they will still like them, and it will show your expertise. These things are way more valuable, okay, than a certificate that says that you can do X or Y or Z. It's way more valuable, once again. So you have to have a combination of both of them. You have to think of basically courses as a way, okay, of learning the things that you need to know in order to create your own games, your own stuff in general. So it is, let's say, some kind of bridge, okay? So this is key that you understand, and this is actually the main key, okay, behind landing a game dev job. So start with simple projects, small projects, okay, that you try to get an idea on how a project from inception to completion is handled. And rather than taking courses just because you want to take courses and showcase more certificates, start to look for specific courses or tutorials or resources in general that will actually help you develop better in the games. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now the next point is that while you're taking courses, while you're creating your own indie games, once that, let's say you have 1-2 indie games, you have some courses created, you have to start showing what you are doing and showcasing your services in marketplaces. Okay, so the two main marketplaces for this that I know that I have personally used are Fiverr and Upwork. Now we want to actually check them out. And well, this is not technically a marketplace, but this is other platform that you want to start using a lot, which is LinkedIn. Okay, no surprise, I believe. So for example, this is Fiverr, okay? Here you post the job that you do at the price that you want, with the packages you want, and basically people start reaching out to you, okay? As simple as that, okay? Of course, the first times that you start to work on these websites, you will probably have to maybe not work 100% for free, but really charge very low fees because, well, first of all, you don't have any kind of experience and probably on your profile you have no reviews. So my personal advice is that, first of all, start charging super low, okay? And mostly taking any client that tries to contact you, because once again, remember that here you are learning. You are not trying to make money at first, okay? You are trying to firstly learn, okay, and then apply what you are learning. And the best way of doing that is, as we have mentioned, doing your own stuff. Or actually, I will add here, doing your own stuff or for a client, okay? And even if it is for a client, even better, because if you're probably gonna get paid at least something, okay? And you're gonna be learning a lot about how to handle clients, how to talk to clients, how to deliver something. So that's why I do think that this is super important, okay? So the first option that I have is Fiverr. Another one is Upwork, which is, let's say, kind of similar. You will have your profile and then people can start looking for someone. No, this person here is a certified coach, developmental writer, copy editor, well, whatever it is, writer, professional designer. Well, you have your profile and people can come to hire you, offer you a job, whatever it is. And then the other platform that you have to start using is LinkedIn, okay? This is basically, let's say, an Instagram, but for professionals, okay? The idea here is that, okay, you may think, okay, what do I do here? Like, what do I post here? Don't go crazy. Just post what you're doing, okay? I am not really kind of posting right now because I have my own clients, okay, my own clients database. But whenever I was looking for a job, actually, I was posting a lot, okay? I was posting like a lot of content here, just trying to help people out, okay? In terms of, okay, how can you create this? I was creating some infographics, some posts. I know here a video talking about some topic or whatever it is, doing some polls. Just move your profile a little bit and show who you are, what you're doing, okay? For example, here showing my portfolio, an introduction video, whatever it is, and just show what you're doing. If, once again, if we start to connect the previous points, if you're working for a Fiverr client and you're able to showcase what you have done, okay, you can tag the person, say, okay, I work with, I know, Angel Suarez, for example, and I created for him this game that you can see here. It was a Unity game that we created, that I created, that I worked for them. I did this, I did that. Well, whatever it is, just post it here, okay? So when there is a job hunt, for example, people can start to look for your profile, and it's a huge boost that here we are posting stuff, okay? So once again, that's a pretty interesting, unique selling point for you as a candidate. And I cannot only explain you how many job opportunities I've had that people directly message me. They send me a connection request and they told me, hey, we've seen your profile. We currently have an open position for a developer role, or even on Fiverr. This happens a lot. Actually, one of the many clients that I've got, it was via Fiverr. So really start exposing yourself, your work, and everything about yourself in marketplaces and social media in general. Now, another thing that you have to understand is that, okay, when you're working in game development, okay, is that, okay, you can create mostly any type of game, okay, for a company. Let's actually do it like this. So these are all the games that can be created, okay? You have here a 3D game, a 2D game, a mobile game, a console game. So all these games are different from each other. And well, does this allow me to change the color? Yeah. So here we have one type of game. Here we have another type of game. Okay, and I believe that you understand the idea, okay, where I'm going. So the key thing is that you identify which type of company you want to work for. Now, or actually, what type of games does the company I want to work for create? So is it, for example, a AAA studio? Is it a mobile studio? I don't know. Of course, if you are a junior, it's gonna be pretty complicated for you to get the job at a AAA studio, but you get the idea. Why do I mention this? Because there's actually, well, not a lot of work, but there are many opportunities in the mobile studio. So maybe these kind of games that, for example, I've helped develop, okay, as part of the team. That's why I mentioned help develop. For example, these ones. Okay, there are actually like many jobs related to mobile game development. So these types of games that are, you know, pretty juicy, addictive, well, they are usually free and they are monetized through ads and in-app purchases. So all these types of games. So what I want you to do is that, okay, whenever you try to work for a client or create your own projects, create the types of projects that your ideal company wants to create. Because if then this company wants to hire you, okay, and they are an hybrid casual company, as for example this one that I'm working for right now, they would say, okay, have you created these types of games? And if you have 1, 2, 3 examples that you have already created these types of games, you're gonna really be a very good candidate because for that job, because you have already done it. So once again, I believe that the easiest way to get the job right now, because there is a lot of demand, these games can be created, let's say, pretty easily, okay? I would really recommend that you kind of try to create some of these games. I also want to show you that some very big mobile game development companies, for example, I've done it with Voodoo, as I mentioned, they have some kind of academy programs or whatever there are. Once again, people really hate them because they kind of just grab your game ideas and then they can do whatever you want with them. And if they are actually hit games, maybe you are not paid enough. But just for learning, okay, it's amazing being able to have a product manager teach you how to create good games, okay, in terms of game design, like how to create good games that can sell a lot. So for example, here they're paying you just $600, okay, for your first 3 prototypes. So for each game that you create, just $200. And you think, oh wow, maybe these prototypes take you, I don't know, from 2 to 4 weeks, so it's pretty low, or well, not that high maybe for some people, for a lot of people. But the key thing here is that you're actually learning a lot, because once again, you are working with a company with somebody that has actually launched a lot of hit games, so you will understand a lot about the procedure they follow, okay? And not only Voodoo has this kind of programs, like a lot of mobile game studios, if you Google them, okay, you will find that they have this kind of programs, okay? So once again, what this program will, or these kind of programs will allow you to do, coming back to the first things that we were talking, is firstly, educate yourself, understand how the industry works, what are the requirements, how it works, all that, learn a lot, okay? And the good thing about that is that not only will you get educated, but also you will be applying all that, okay? So that is the main thing. So if I had to summarize this in just a few key points, firstly, you have to educate yourself, or just put it as learn, okay? And this can be done by courses, free tutorials, okay? So that's the main thing. Then apply what you're learning, and this is creating your own stuff, creating stuff for clients, and the last one, which I believe is the best one, is joining a mobile game studio academy or similar program like Voodoo Academy, for example, or wherever you like. Or once again, this is not a paid sponsorship or whatever it is. And 3 is use 1 and 2 to land the job or sell more of your services at a higher price. Because remember, maybe in point 2, when you're creating stuff for clients, you have to charge very low. Well, you can start to charge a little bit more. So this would be my blueprint for anybody that wants to get a job, get clients, whatever it is, for you to understand. As you can see, it's not something revolutionary. We are not reinventing the wheel, okay? But there are pretty important things that people are not really doing. They fall all the time in tutorials or courses. Hell, they don't create their own stuff, they don't create stuff for other clients, they don't know about this kind of academy programs that these have, and they don't use these two in order to actually land in the third point, a job. Okay, so I hope that this has been a useful video, and I hope we can see each other in the next one.